Hey everybody, today this video is going to be a review video of these Sedona lace Vortex brushes, and this is not even all the brushes. So this is going to be a review because I did get a chance to use these about 2 to 3 times, and I will insert some clips as well from me using these brushes when I did my makeup before. So let's just jump right into this set. Okay, so just to give you guys a little background, when I first started doing makeup, I bought Sedona lace brushes. And I also bought like BH Cosmetics and stuff like that. Just smaller brands that were budget friendly. And like I said, I started with the Sedona lace brushes and I started with BH Cosmetics. I started with, like I said, the budget friendly brushes. So the brush set that I got for you guys so I could review for you is the Vortex Professional Makeup Brush Collection, and this was actually designed by a fellow YouTuber. Her name is Makeup by Ren, and I have to say, honestly, these brushes kind of let me down, but we will get into each brush that I used and what I like and what I don't like about them. So I want you guys to see that you do get a really good amount of brushes. So you get about 13 brushes, I believe, in this set. So 4, 8, 12, yeah. So you get about 13 brushes in this set altogether, and then you get a lip brush as well. And this particular set used to come with a brush belt. However, when it mailed out to me, it did not come with a brush belt. So I'm assuming that they discontinued the belt and just sell it individually now. But regardless, overall, I think it's a balanced set. Like, you get all the brushes that you could possibly need, but they're just, some of them aren't for me. So let's get into it. This is their retractable lip brush. As you guys can see, it's still in the plastic. I haven't used it, but a lip brush is a lip brush. I am kind of like, I love the fact that you can take it apart and put it in something. So I do like that. I like the packaging. It's steel, it's hard, you can't bend it, you can't break it. But again, it's just a lip brush. I would kind of use this to like really just detail in the lip line area. I personally wouldn't use this brush to really fill in my lip, but I would definitely line my lips with this. And I'm just going to show you guys that. So it looks like that. Literally, it looks like a smaller eyeshadow brush. And again, it's retractable, so you can put it in and take it out. The next brush that I didn't get a chance to use because this brush is pretty straightforward was the brow spoolie. Sorry guys, was the brow spoolie. And the reason why I did not use this, I want you guys to see, this is supposed to be for the brows, and it's not tapered. It's just not tapered enough for me. Like, it's a little bit all over the place with the bristles. I like for my line to be like really sharp, really thin, and it's just too fluffy. And again, the spoolie, of course, for your brows to get up in here. Sometimes I like to use the spoolie for my eyelashes, like for mascara. If I'm dealing with a client and I don't have any disposables, I like to use it for mascara. It does the exact same thing. So let's get into the brushes that I did use, because I think those were the only 2 that I did not get a chance to use. So the first brush, which I think is an absolute must-have, is this brush, the EB09 brush, and it's dirty. It does come all white, but it has some black on it because I was blending out black. So yeah, I definitely think this is a must-have brush, the EB09. And just to give you guys the description of this, also I want you guys to see the difference in the way it looks as well. So this is oval. We all can see that this shape is oval. In the picture, the shape is round. So like, you get like that really, really beautiful blend. This is so round, but it still gave me the same effect of really nice blending. One thing about this, it's super soft. I absolutely love this brush. It's definitely a must-have. I just wish that it came regular like shape, like it's supposed to be like a blending brush, like a rounded blending brush, but it's more oval, and it's going to be really big if you have really small eyelids. So you may not want to get this. Maybe for like an all over color, like a blend out color or like a transition color, this thing is the bomb. I really love this for blending. The kit. Alright, so this one is in the kit. This is a FB05 brush, which is a dome contour brush. So it looks like this, a dome contour brush. So it's basically for chiseling out your cheeks with like those darker colors. I would basically just keep this to stick to right here. Basically, if I was using this brush. It's very dense, so this is going to give you more product. So you want to be really light with this brush, like really in circular motions. I would also suggest using this for like your contour when you're blending out your forehead. This is actually a really nice brush. Yeah, I would definitely use this for multi-purpose. Okay, so the next brush is the EB11 brush that comes in this palette. As you got, not palette, but kit, as you guys can see, I was using this for concealer. So this is just an eye brush, and you can use it for cream eyeshadows and concealer. Definitely a must-have brush. The EB11, definitely a must-have, especially when getting up under your brow and then smoothing out that concealer as well. I also like to use this to apply my my glitter and my glitter glue. Definitely a must-have. Okay, so let's get into this brush, which is a tulip shaped like powder brush. And I want you guys to see that some of the bristles are starting to shed. I didn't want to pull them out because I wanted you guys to see it. So I actually used this brush today to do my contour, and I actually really love the application. It's a smooth application, but this brush sheds like no other. It also holds in a lot of product. As you guys can see, you can see the product around the brush. And then I'm just gonna pull out like why? So yeah, so this brush does shed a little bit. I suggest washing these brushes before you try them. Let's move on to the EB23, which is a liner brush. This one I was using for my brows just because it was more dense and it was definitely skinnier. But this brush is way too soft for me because I like my lines to be crisp and sharp, and I don't like to have to really go in too much to my brows. But this does work. Okay, so this is the EB21 brush. This is a small shader brush. So I was using this basically to smudge out my under eye eyeshadow, just to blend it out and give me like that smoky look. I definitely think this brush is good for that. However, this brush is a little scratchy, so just be really careful. Another thing is you could definitely use it to chisel out your nose and also apply in your inner corner or inner tear duct color. Again, this brush is a little scratchy. Okay, so this brush is the EB15. And this is also a pointed crease brush. So yeah, so this is a pointed crease brush. This brush was shedding a little bit. However, I don't really like the application that it gives. Like, it's really hard and scratchy. That's just my opinion, you know. Maybe I need to wash the brushes first, but it's really scratchy to me, and the application isn't smooth. Like, I would have to like literally apply really light-handedly with color and build. Sometimes I like to just pack on my color and then blend it out, like to where I need it to go. This is not for that. This is definitely literally just for the crease area, in my opinion. But again, this brush is really dense and scratchy to me. It's not really soft and fluffy to like actually like give you that smooth transition. So if you're looking for a dense brush who's just going to do one thing, which is put a color somewhere, and then you'll have to use another brush like the where is that brush, like the blending brush, then you might like this brush. But again, this brush is everything. I really love it for blending out my transition shade. Again, this brush is super soft. This one is, again, kind of pointed and kind of scratchy. So one of my favorite brushes out of the kit is definitely the fan brush. This is the FB01. And this is definitely one of my favorite brushes for sure. So I definitely applied my highlighter with this today. It just gives me that really smooth, like, oh, I really like this brush. Again, it's dense, it's soft. Okay, so that's the difference. This is a dense brush, but it's super soft. This brush also sheds a little bit. But not as bad as the tulip brush. But yeah, this brush is amazing. It's so soft and glam. I really like this. Again, if you guys are looking for individual brushes, this would definitely be a must-have for me. So next, we're going to get into the foundation brush. This is a flat top kabuki brush. Let me see what they call it. They call it a flat top buffer. Okay, so this is a flat top buffer. And this is the FB07. Now, this brush is okay, but it does leave the foundation on my face a little streaky. But again, I'm used to using a beauty blender majority of the time when I'm using brushes, and not really a flat top kabuki. But this is too dense to me. Like, I really wish it was a little bit softer just to get rid of some of the streakiness. But this definitely left streaks on my face, and I had to go back in with a beauty blender and just blend it all out. Another thing about this brush, I don't know if you guys can see that, but right in this area, you can see where this brush soaked up a lot of my product, which looks like it might just, yeah, it soaked up a lot of product. So maybe wetting this brush before you use it might be a good idea. I don't know, but overall, in general, just me applying my foundation with it and then trying to buff it out, it just wasn't working. It's too dense. I wish it was a little bit softer, and that way that would have gave me that smoother transition. But yeah, I still had to use a beauty blender, which I don't mind because I'm really used to it. And then it comes with the wing liner brush. So this is the last brush that comes in the set. And I actually really like this pointed liner brush, especially for cut creases when you want to go above your concealer and really just like carve out that top line with a different color or make it darker or whatever. I really like it for that. As you guys can see, it has some glitter on it because I used it literally to get underneath my eyelashes for glitter. I think it's really good for that as well. This brush is super soft. I love this brush. This is definitely another must-have. This is the EB19. And I definitely think it's definitely something to have in your kit for sure. Yeah, overall, I'm kind of disappointed with my eye brushes because I felt like they could have been a lot better. Like, I feel like if this one came in this shape, I would be in love. Like, I would buy like 20 of them. But even still, I would still get just this universal blending one because this thing is the bomb. I really love it. It's soft. There was another brush in this set. Let me see. Okay, and lastly, this is another must-have brush that comes in this set that I literally love. Like, this is probably, I'm gonna pull out all the ones that are my favorites too, just so you guys can see. The EB13, which is a eye blending brush. Oh my god, this thing, okay, so it blended out concealer, it blended out my crease, it blended out my transition shade. This is definitely a multi-purpose brush. Like, I absolutely love this brush. So this is the synthetic blender. So the dense bristles make this brush perfect for blending out cream products such as concealer and cream eyeshadows, as well as blending out dark crease colors. They ain't never lied. This thing is the bomb. I absolutely love this brush, especially if you are doing concealer on the whole entire eyelid and you need something to blend it out really, really quick and smooth. This thing is the bomb. I also use this to blend out my crease and my transition shade. This brush, the bomb. Like, I love this brush. The EB13. I knew I was missing a brush because I was like, hold up, there's a brush I was using like all the time to blend out my colors. It was this one, the EB13. So I'm going to just pull out all the ones that I really, really like, that I think are worth the investment. Yep. Okay, so these are my top 5 brushes out of this whole entire kit, which is the EB19, which is that you know, that that liner brush. So EB19, the FB01, which is that fan brush, the FB05, which is really good to keep in your kit for really chiseling out that contour if you're really into that look. The EB13, must have. And then the EB09, which is also a really, really good blending brush. Okay, so overall, my opinion is if you can afford to buy the individual brushes and not have to get the whole entire set, definitely do that. It might be a little bit cheaper to get the set, but to me, not all the brushes are worth having in your kit. A lot of them are good. Don't get me wrong. Like the travel kits, those are really, really good to me. Like, I really love the travel kits. Like, I have like a couple of them. I have the pink one and I have another one. I had the professional black one. Let me see. See, this is another kit from them that I have, and I took all the brushes out because I put it in either that, you know, that box of brushes, or I put it into my kit to take with me when I go to do clients. So some of their kits are really good. I don't think I like the Vortex kit. So I have, like I said, I have plenty of brushes. It's just the Vortex kit kind of let me down a little bit. Because these are supposed to be professional makeup brushes. And again, they're okay. Not every brush is going to be great or fantastic, but some of these brushes are definitely must-haves. So yeah, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this review. There's also a giveaway that Sedona Lace is sponsoring, whoop whoop, just in time for Christmas and New Year's. So yeah, if you're interested in this brush set, please comment down below, enter me, and please follow my Instagram and their social media accounts. Everything will be in the description box down below. Again, this set was sent to me to review, just so there's no confusion about that. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in my next video.